Good guess?
It's a guess.
He's not planning to quit Rackham. Of appraisals this year.
You take 3 months after? Too long.
Okay. Yeah.
And do you think after, if the appraisal is not good, it will be only 41% okay? Okay. Let me end the guessing game and tell you this number signifies the percentage of Toastmaster Club members who have come to the dais within the last 3 months and those who have not been here for more than 3 months. And add to the fact that there was a P1 marathon and those who participate in P1 marathons are also included here. The number right now is 41% and 59% towards people who did not attend in the last 3 months or who did not participate and gave a speech in the last 3 months. The number becomes grimmer if we take off, it becomes almost 1/3. In duration of 3 months, there are 13 sessions. Every session, we have an opportunity to accommodate 2 to 3 people. Unless there's one speaker like me who will take over all the time. We can have 2 to 3, which is almost 40 members can come and speak. And out of that, we have only 34% who have delivered a speech over here. And remember, I have not counted those who have completed the ACB10. Not because they don't need to speak here, but I'm giving them a benefit of doubt that they may be preparing because they are specializing, so they may be preparing well for their next speech. Why does that happen? Why can't we come and speak more often? Dear friends, today I am going to try to clear some air around why people are not coming onto the dais and why they should come to the dais. And I hope I'll be lucid enough to motivate you to be here in the next session. And I also hope that I'll make the job of Meghla, the VP Education, a bit tougher by motivating you people to go to her and ask for slots. Sorry, Meghla, to make your life tougher. So all I will say is, speaker, it's for me. And when I say me, it's not Prashant Singh. I'm speaking this on behalf of each and everyone present in this room, each and everyone who has a membership of this Toastmaster Club called Holidays. This club is for me, this dais is for me, and the opportunity to speak here, to deliver a speech, and to learn something new is for me. But why? Why don't we come up? Why am I hesitant in coming here? Why am I shy to come here? I listed down some reasons, but before I get down to my reasons, can I have some feedback from you? Anyone who can tell a reason or two? Anyone?
Lack of strong reasons to change yourself.
Great.
Time management.
Oh. Anything else? Okay. I know you are not very keen in coming to the dais and speak. At least you can speak from there. Come on, open up.
Work pressure.
See the competition because he is education. Everyone, whenever he reaches out to someone, hey, will you speak in the session? These are the reasons.
Lack of speech topic ideas.
Lack of content.
Fear of taking topic.
Wow. Who is the table topic master today? I hope not you. Please make sure she speaks today. Okay, here are some of the reasons that I could note down. Why don't I speak? Lack of confidence. That plays a big role. I'm not very sure how will I perform there. I'm not sure how I will be taken, what kind of feedback will I receive? Will I be able to speak properly or not? this happened with me too. From P1 to P4, I got one consistent feedback. Prashant, you have a flat voice. And P6 is all about voice modulation. So I was not at all sure that I will be able to cross P6. I assumed that P5 is going to be the last speed that I am going to deliver. So I took a month there. And for me, taking a month off, it was a long time, you'll come to know in later slides. I took a month, I cooked up some story, I practiced. When I was confident, I came here and I delivered speech. So if you are having a lack of confidence, that cannot be a valid reason. If you have lack of confidence, preparation will take care of it. Lack of motivation, as I said, the lack of the drive to change ourselves. There could be lack of motivation. Lack of motivation could be from various reasons. One could be internal, as I said, lack of drive to change yourself, or it could be external, as in the session becomes very monotonous. In every session, there are going to be 3 sections only. Someone will come and speak for some time, then there will be a table topic. Obviously, some people are afraid of it. And then feedback will be given. It's becoming very monotonous. But hey, come on, it's our club. Who made it monotonous? I, you, we. And who can make it more charmful, more colorful, more picked? I, you, and we. Please, come on, don't give me this reason. Lack of content, as I said, lack of story, lack of speech. For God's sake, I keep on telling this every time. If I meet someone for one day, I'll have n number of stories to talk about. I gave a speech about a person, a monk who shed his robe, for which I got a nickname from Ishwar also. And I met that person only for 10 minutes, and there was a story behind it. All of us have lived with ourselves for at least for all the gentlemen, it will be 25, 30 years. For all the ladies, 18 years. And in all that, we don't have a story to tell for 5 to 7 minutes. Come on. Won't happen. It won't happen. Lack of content could not be a valid reason. Time constraint. As he pointed out some time back that because of work pressure, she could not even come to the Toastmaster Club. Forget about delivering speech, she could not come and attend a session. I remember a friend of mine in my MBA classes, he used to tell me one thing, Prashant. He asked me to do something and said, if I'll have time, I'll do that. He said, Prashant, till the time you are alive, do not speak this thing. That if I have time, only the dead people don't have time. It's just that we do not prioritize the things. You may be loaded with work. All of a sudden, your director, VP comes and gives you some work. Will you do that? Deepak may be overloaded with work given by the director also, and all of a sudden his girlfriend calls her. Will he pick up the phone? Will he talk for another half an hour? And then keep up, okay, please keep it down. It's just priority, it's a matter of priority, not time constraint. And then there will be n number of reasons going on, and on, till it becomes just like that. And I really like this reason. I am exhausted of all the reasons. I'm not delivering a speech just like that. And Ishwar is a champion in it. You all know about it. But believe me, there is just one reason for it. The reason is, what is there in it for me? What do I gain out of here? If I really gain something out of it, I will come and deliver it. If I get bonus from Oracle, I'll definitely put more than 100%. So, the main question that drives all the human beings is, what is it there in for me? And that is not only for Toastmaster, But in all the drives of life, we keep on asking that question consciously or unconsciously, and if we get the answer, we are driven. So all I will say is, it is for me. And I said, when I say me, it's for all of us. This session, this opportunity to come and speak here is for me. Why? There are benefits. And the benefits are of two folds. One, to the club. Is it visible? One benefit is to the club, because every time you come speak and get to some certification, the club gets some points towards being a distinguished club. But I'm not going to divulge much into that. I'll leave that job to the president and the VP to take care of it. So I'll go away from it and I'll say the benefits which are for me. For the person who comes, stands here, delivers a speech, the benefits that are for that person, I'm going to talk about it. Why me? Why should I speak? Any reason why should I speak? Why should I come here more often and deliver speeches? Any reason?
We become better.
Yes. Anything? Come on.
It gives us more confidence.
Don't repeat those things which I listed out in the last slide. See, for me, it's simple. It's Newton's law. Anyone remembers Newton's first law? Or we are all engineers who forgot everything that we studied till +2 and thereafter.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
You are a true engineer. Newton's first law is about inertia. If you are in motion, you keep on being in motion till someone stops you. Or if you are stopped, you will remain there till someone comes and kicks you. The same thing happens with us on this dance also. If we keep on delivering, the stories will come, the confidence will come, the continuity will be there, and we come and keep on delivering. The moment we stop, we remain there, and if we stop for a month, 2, it becomes all the more difficult to get out of that inertia, and then the reason becomes just like that. So if you want to be just like that, not a good thing. Follow Newton, follow the world follows. Some of you may not like the idea of apple falling onto apple, Newton's head, but then that's the truth of life. Second one, enjoy the attention. How many of you watched the movie called Chak De? Good. Do you remember one speech that Shah Rukh Khan, the character of Shah Rukh Khan, gave to the team before their final? He had one sentence in that. Those 70 minutes that you play on the ground, no one can take away from you. Go and enjoy that attention. You won't get it again. I say, the 7 minutes that you get here, no one is going to disturb you, no one is going to enjoy that attention. We all are human beings, we love attention, we crave for attention. And when we are getting attention on the plate, we are denying it. How come? Grab the attention, get onto it. And then, another reason which drives me a lot is these ribbons. When I put it on my desk, it looks cool, and there has not been a single soul who has walked across my desk and not asked me what are those for. And I think these ribbons are the reason why a couple of you are here at least. What is the approach that we follow into this process? And why should we continue it? Generally, for learning, first thing that you need to do is prepare. Prepare for a productive learning experience. And that is what drives us, brings us here. Once we come here, we get the input in the form of feedback, a formal feedback by our evaluators. Inputs. We go back apply those feedback. As I said, from a P1 to P4, I got feedback that I have a flat voice. I went back, applied it for P6, and came back. We applied. But this is not the end of the journey. What we need in order to learn and continue learning is we need to follow up. We need to follow up in order to continue our learning process. Otherwise, it will stop. We need to do that because at the end of it, it's this follow-up which will help me go forward. This one is me who will go forward. So this process has to follow, it has to carry on. If you stop it here, this person is the one who suffers. The continuous learning process suffers and stops there. I came across this quote some time back which talks about how the human memory works. If we sit down for a lecture, if we listen to a lecture, we might remember some other things. If we read something interesting, uninteresting, we may remember the summary of it. We may listen something, remember some of it. But we remember a lot when we practice something over and over and over again. We have to practice till it becomes our DNA. It becomes our habit. If you look at it, Indian Army, they have not fought a major war since 1971. There was a war in Kargil, but not a major war, not a full-fledged war since 1971. There has been a peace, a period of relative peace. But go and ask any army man, is he allowed to sit down properly? Take a single day off during his office? No. Every day or every session, they go through certain practice. They keep on practicing the same thing that they learned. Imagine a second lieutenant or lieutenant walks out of NDA and he does not practice what he learned in NDA. Do you think 10 years, 20 years down the line when there is a war, will he be able to conquer Kargil? No. Till the time this becomes your habit, you may not be able to work at war front. I was listening to a video which talks about how our soldiers worked, how they fought during Taj attack. When they went in, they had no clue the person getting out of that room, whether he's a terrorist or a civilian. They had to identify that in a fraction of a second. They had to throw a bomb inside which will make noise and a lot of smoke, which will freeze you for a long time. But for them, they hardly got less than 2 seconds. So every time they will throw a bomb inside, there will be noise. Before the noise, they'll sit down, put fingers in their ears. As soon as the noise is off, they'll get up, pick up their guns, and be ready to shoot the person who's coming out, if he's a terrorist. Now, this thing they learned in their coaching that happened. But do you think in Taj, had they been able to practice it with such a perfection that not a single civilian was dead? Do you think it was possible for them if they would not have practiced? They were able to perform this duty because they practiced it. So it's human mind which learns only if you keep on practicing. We learned Newton's law in +2, and we knew it pretty well that Newton's first law is inertia. But since we did not practice, it became action and reaction over here. That happens with all of us. That happens with the human mind. So the point is to make it your habit. And how do we do that? The habit comes out because of the action that happens in our mind. And when we talk about mind, there are two forms of it: conscious, unconscious. And we have our skill sets which will be incompetence and competence. How do we go about it? The way we go about it is, we start with this part, unconscious incompetence. This section, this quadrant. I am not even aware what is Toastmaster. I may not have a good speaking skill, but I'm not even conscious about it. So I'm ignorant, and ignorance is bliss. I'm happy about it. The moment I become aware of it, I'm conscious about my incompetence, and I come and listen to someone who is a very good speaker, it's much harder than I thought it is. And we all go through that process. I remember when it was my first session in Toastmaster, when I came here as a guest, it was difficult for me to speak. Then we start practicing. We practice with the feedback and we keep on growing till the time it becomes natural, it becomes a habit for us. So, only way you succeed is when this competence is not in your consciousness, but in your unconsciousness. Anytime you are given a call and hey, can you get into this call? Can you go and speak 2 words on this at this forum? If you are consciously if you are consciously skilled or competent, you may not be able to deliver all the time. But if you are unconsciously skilled, it's a habit for you. You would be able to deliver. Get onto this habit. Now, all I'm saying is, it is there in me. All of us can do it. I'll just give you an example. There is a person who joined this club, delivered his first speech on 20th of March.
The laptop is stuck. Screen is frozen.
Focus on the product. Mouse. I'm just trying to remove that so that it starts responding. Click on it.